Huh? I never got that thing from Buck on there. I never did get it on there.
You know what I said, Scott?
Okay, that's it.
All right, welcome to Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News this week. We got to thank our marketing partners here.
And one of them, you're eating part of it too.
Papa John's. Always got to thank Papa John's. What my stuff though? Man, this thing has changed. Because there was some stuff right. Oh, maybe. Yeah, right. All right, big logo. Hey, and then what's her name? Ashley. What's her last name?
Miller.
Ashley Miller Media. That's Jack's ace in the hole there for his graphics.
She's the bomb. Every time if I call her and say I need something, she'll do it. I mean, no question. No question.
Thank you, Ashley. We need all the help you can get. Frontline Performance Race Fuels, Parts and Lubrication, the hottest fuel at Langley Speedway. May or may not pass tech. Hit Sam and Gator up if you need some fuel. I mean, he got a whole bunch over there. When we was over there, he must have had 700-800 gallons.
It's a big, yeah, I have a bunch of it over there.
Miles of Single Stutter. Thank those guys. Please go and like and share their Facebook stuff for putting up the money for our sponsorship package that Ron won this year. Really appreciate them for continuing to support Langley Speedway. GAC, Great American Company. C. Clark Contracting. Oh, Eddie Clark. Appreciate old Eddie.
We got our shirts.
You can't see y'all on the screen yet.
We got our shirts.
Well, Eddie didn't get my shirt. Now he's going to owe me lunch.
Then you can get your shirt.
A shirt and lunch.
There you go.
Packet Power Solutions. If you want your standalone generator for your house or your business. Jack, you lose electricity at the house all the time? You can get you a standalone unit?
I want to do that. I haven't lost electricity in a long time, but I would like to have one.
Keith will hook you up.
I know he will.
Ain't no discount. Keith don't give discounts.
Oh Lord, Robbie Parker's on here.
Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Smiling Jack's drink of choice. Speaking of Fast Eddie's barbecue is going to be catering next week.
Next Friday afternoon for the Crest Van Dyke and his Cars Tour race teams. They're going to be here, and we're going to feed them dinner since they're coming so far away. We're going to give them a dinner.
Langley Speedway. Thanks to Terry, Chuck, Bill. Couldn't do it without you. Really appreciate making this our home. Slinger Speed Company. If you want your local t-shirt shop, hit Tim Brown up. Get your t-shirts, hats. Bonders Brothers Distillery. Been with us for a long, long time. Robert Bonder. We appreciate those guys. Check out the movie Lawlessness.
Lawless.
Not
lawlessness.
That's a show. That's a series. That's a good show too. But those guys have supported us for a long time. We appreciate those guys. MPM Marketing with Tanya McAllister has helped us with their fire suit this year. The last couple of years, we appreciate Tanya for helping us out with that. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Jack, I mean, he just loves this damn pizza. I mean, he can't get enough of it. Every week. I mean, if he leaves us some, I mean, he eats it all every week.
It's not me that eats it.
Mosquito Joe of the Peninsula. Get 50% off your first month of service. You hit Mosquito Joe of Peninsula between here and Richmond. Hit those guys up. Get 50% off on your first month of service. Let's see. Factory Canopies. Thank Todd Davis. We'll see Todd this weekend.
Yes, we will.
Or hopefully we'll see Todd. Todd Davis. Thank him for providing a tent for our winner this year. And our new sponsor,
Los Compadres.
Los Compadres. The Mexican joint up at the Old Hardee's.
Eddie said you have to buy lunch to get a shirt.
Oh, so what is it? Well, if I got to drive out to get my shirt, I mean, should get a free lunch, Eddie. Although, I guess you could say Eddie has fed me enough that I should at least buy him dinner one time. I mean, I'll even get something off the Happy Meal. I mean, the dollar menu or something. Hey,
Yes, that's what it is. You done?
Yep.
All right, we're going to do a little news before we turn it over to interviewing some folks here. This past weekend, the winners in the Cup Series at the All-Star race in Dover, Denny Hamlin got the win. In the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, Corey Day got the win. The truck win was Kyle Busch. At Toledo in the ARCA, the local boy from right up the street here, Tristan McKee, got the win in the ARCA Series.
He's gonna be all right, I think.
I think yeah, he's won some races. In the Cars Tour West out at Kern County Speedway, the pro late models, Keelan Harvick got the win.
Another one I think will be okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. And his daddy today was put in the Hall of Fame. So I thought that was really cool. So in the limited late models out at Kern County, Jeffrey Peterson got the win. The modifieds, the tour modifieds at Seekonk Speedway, John McKennedy got the win. It was his first win since he won the championship in 22. He won the championship in 22. He hadn't won another race until this year. So that's a pretty good deal for him. Up at Dominion Raceway, the limited late models, or the Dominion American Racers, or whatever they call them up there, Brady Penny won the race. In the Dominion Stocks, Mike Lowe. And in the second Dominion American Racers, Landon Abbott got the win.
Oh.
At Shangri-La, huh?
Landon Abbott done moved up.
Yeah. At Shangri-La Speedway in New York, our buddy Garrett Zacharias got the win. Didn't have such a good day in his modified, but he did get the win in his Super Street. At Hickory, the South, what is it? The Super Stock Series that they put on with Jeremy Mayfield and all that, Chrissy Wallace. Mike Wallace got the win this time. So that's pretty. In the limited late models at Hickory, Memphis Villarreal got the win. At the late model winner was Thomas Bean.
Same, Eddie.
Super Trucks,
We'll split
Michael-
a dollar mill.
Michael Bumgardner. And in the Super Streets, Cody DeMarmels got the win down there. At Pensacola, my buddy Casey Roderick won no race, but then got DQ'd.
What?
Got DQ'd. Illegal carburetor. So
No.
the win went to Luke Yarber. Don't say that out loud. That's my friend.
Hey, they all do it.
And we might see him this weekend. So that'd be cool. At South Boston, late model race number 1, Peyton Sellers. Late model race number 2 was Landon Pimbledon. Limited late model race number 1, Tristan Brunelli. And limited late model race number 2 was Dennis Holdren. All right. Up at Kingsport Speedway, the late model stock winner was Ashton Higgins. That's his 4th win in a row. And in the Mod 4s at Kingsport Speedway.
Not Kevin Cannon.
Huh? Yeah, it was Kevin Canner. He got the win. And guess who finished second?
His uncle.
Rocky Yates, his dad. Rocky Yates, or his stepdad, or whatever you want to call it. Down at Lonesome Pine, limited late model winner was Hunter Morgan. And the late model winner was Chase Dixon. And in the Mod 4s at Lonesome Pine, who got the win at Mod 4s at Lonesome Pine? Kevin Canner got the win. Yeah. And Rocky finished second. Down at Wake County, late model stocks, Carson Hayslip got the win. And that's pretty much that. The Hall of Fame made their announcement this year. I'm going to try my best to not say too much about this.
Why?
I mean, I got in trouble last year with that.
He feels some type of way.
About a certain person?
I think so.
So
One more than one.
the modern era drivers, Kevin Harvick was one of the modern era drivers. I can see that. Look what all Kevin Harvick has done for the
He
sport.
continues to do for
Yeah,
sport.
so he I mean, he owns racetracks. He's got his son coming along. He's got everything going. He's still in the booth. Kevin Harvick, I get. The other modern era driver, Jeff Burton. Totally disagree with.
Don't hold back.
I totally disagree. I disagree with Jeff Burton. He has not won a championship. He's won races, but he's not won a championship.
He's done a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
Okay, he's done a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but he needs to be in front of the scenes so we know what he's doing, because I don't see him doing. He is.
I mean, they call him.
That's almost the same thing when Kurt Busch, I mean, got nominated and got in the Hall last year. That was a farce. I don't care what.
He won a championship, though.
Well, yeah, he won a championship. I'll give him that. But I was there when he acted like a fool, which is his normal routine. I mean, he tried to hit my wife with a pit cart. I mean, you know, I'm just not a fan of Kurt Busch, and I like Jeff Burton, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame material at this point. Pioneer winner Larry Phillips, man, he's won so many races in the Midwest. He's got over 1,000 wins in the Midwest. Now we come to the Landmark Award winner, and once again, I do not agree.
It's a good thing he's not the one always voting.
And it's a good thing that
his vote might not make a difference. I don't
know. Hey, I know they watch our show. NASCAR watches our show. So it's a wonder I don't get called for this stuff, because I've got called before.
I've been to call you this week. We'll be there.
I've been called before.
Up at the front door.
Come on over here for a minute.
But have a conversation. I disagree with Lisa France Kennedy being in the Hall of Fame. Wow, she probably needs to be in the Hall of Fame somewhere down the road. That's fine. But because her name is France,
Abby, we will announce the driver of the weekend in a minute.
Just because her name is France does not mean she should be put in there in front of Doc Mattioli from Pocono, who built Pocono, redid all that stuff at Pocono. That's my opinion. He should have been in there. But there would be no NASCAR to the extreme that we're in right now without T. Wayne Robinson.
Yeah. Well, I think
he brought Winston to NASCAR. He brought Lowe's to NASCAR. He brought all these people into NASCAR, and they were probably the one sponsor NASCAR had that, since that all this has taken place, that they did more.
Has a big thing in the NASCAR.
They did more for the sport than anything else. I mean, look where the sport went after Winston came on board.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so T. Wayne Robinson should have been in there before Lisa France Kennedy, but her name is France. So she's going to get in there. She's got to go in there with the rest of her family because they want them all in there.
I'm not walking in the media, son of a.
You got to keep your distance this weekend.
I feel like that's a different Jack Dodson show.
He might end up at the building down the street that says NASCAR on it.
Yeah. I think some of this is the issue with they waited so long before they started a Hall of Fame, and I think they should have put a lot of people in to begin with, because there's a ton of people, and I think this is going to go on for 100 years. When you
Harry Hyde's not in it. Raymond Fox is not in it. These people are dead. These people are dead and gone now. I mean, they're not even in it.
When only 5 people go in a year, you're just never going to get. You're just never.
It's going to be hard to catch up.
But
it's never going to catch up.
But the thing about it is, it's not 5 anymore. It's 3. You got the 2 modern era and 1 pioneer, and then of course the Landmark Award. That's a completely different thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But even then, the people like they should have. I think they should have just put a bunch of people in to begin with. Now, the first 5, I completely agree with. And I think those were the perfect 5 to go in.
I agree with most of all of them.
Except this week.
Last year and this year, I do not agree with it. And if I hear about it when I go to Charlotte, I'll hear about it. But I have a right to voice my opinion. And my opinion is Lisa France Kennedy does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame at this point. There are people more deserving.
That would be controversial. What do we think about the whole thing with our Truck Series driver, with her outburst on the radio?
That's just plain crazy. I mean, if you're going to race, there's no need to sit and cry about it. If they, if something goes on,
I don't even know what happened. I would love, Joe, you should call us and let us know what happened. Joe was the spotter.
She got penalized on a restart and had to go pass through, and
she's. No, I ain't gonna say it.
and all unfolded from there.
But look, there's several. There's some criticism that she's gotten. I think it's undeserved. I've seen a couple of guys doing a podcast, and they're like, "She's just driving a car." You know how tough this is, right? Yeah, you know Jack a little bit, right? He had a little bit of speed, but it ain't just no Sunday drive. Even if I don't care if it's a 20 laps, 30 laps, or 100 laps, and they are doing a couple hundred laps, it is pretty physical in that truck.
I agree. I totally agree. But if you're not meant for it, don't get in it.
Well, you can't just do this once or twice a year.
True.
And you're not going to be.
Do you think she's going to get? Do you think she's going to get any more sponsorship after the stuff she's going through right now?
I think it's going to make it more difficult.
I mean, I don't agree. I don't think it's going to happen.
That's what I mean.
I think she's racing this weekend.
Yeah, these are already committed.
Yeah, these were committed. She's racing this weekend. So,
but you can't do this once or twice, 3 times a year, or every couple of years, and you're going to make mistakes because you're just not. It's not like Kenny Wallace. He had made the comments like, "I would love her to be running at Hickory every week and then go do these things."
I agree with that
because you just can't jump into this once or twice a year when you really haven't done this full time.
I agree.
I mean, obviously, when she was a teenager, she did. And old Dusty will be at the old Dusty, yeah. He'll make the Langley Speedway Hall of Fame, even though he ain't doing anything on the racetrack.
All right, let's get on away from this. The pit crew
Dusty pulled it out this weekend. Now.
Yeah, old Dusty's quick.
Jack finally got victory lane.
You guys were in there for victory lane this week. I saw that.
Yeah,
She was upset because of on-track penalties and handling issues.
Yeah. It's tough.
It was a restart.
It's not easy.
She sped on pit road while serving a penalty.
But that's what I mean. Not having the experience of not racing all the time, you're going to make those mistakes.
All right, the pit crew championship was run during qualifying for the Cup Series this week, and Zane Smith's team, the 38 team from Front Row Motorsports, got the pit crew championship. That is a surprise,
especially as a I hate to say it, but I don't want to say it. A backup team, right? Because other guys that are leased out the other, they're not quite their A team on their team, so they lease these guys out the other teams, and for them guys to not make any mistakes and step up at a time, which there's a lot of mistakes being made. I mean, how many tires? 3 or 4 tires didn't get tightened.
Yep.
All right, we're going all-star race locations. Talk about controversial. We'll be here all day.
Yeah, I don't think Dover was a great place for it, but I don't know what the alternative or where it's going to go now or how it's going to go now. I mean, I think Dover's struggling, but I mean, Dover has a date, so I think they're trying to tease them by switching with them. Who owns Dover? Dover's
SMI.
Is it okay? So they took their all-star date and brought it over there.
All right, Adam is going to give us his pit road roundup from here at Langley Speedway, so we're going to let Adam do that. Yeah, he won't on pit road
adjacent.
Oh, well, before we go to that, Shorty said Brad Penny was in the ERE car this weekend with Shorty doing the tires and got their first win of the year. Sweet. So congratulations, Shorty. Although, Shorty, you need to take your name off and quit saying Michael and put Shorty up there, because every time I see Michael, I'm like, who the hell is that? I forget that it's Shorty.
It's Shorty. Yep.
You want to say the driver of the week?
Oh, driver of the week this week, Ben Crum. Ben Crum was voted driver of the week.
He was definitely entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he entertained me the whole time.
He has found his inner Thomas Fontaine. I'll give it that.
And then
look, if you have the car a little straighter, it will go faster.
All right, let's go ahead. Adam.
All right. Well, the Enduros. Ben finished second to our good friend, Mr. Alex Gay. Congratulations, Alex. Got his first win of his career. That was cool.
Yeah.
He was a little scared to get up there and pass Ben with him blocking the whole racetrack in front of him.
Well, I could understand,
but he made it work. In the U-Cars, Thomas Fontaine got his second win of the year.
And my debut in the U-car spotting world.
How did that go?
Didn't go worth nothing.
Yeah, it was kind of over before it
car-
started.
The car quit. I mean, she made up 7 positions over there, and then
After doing a pass through.
yeah, I had to do a pass through at the start. Made up 7 spots, and then she went under caution, and the car quit.
Well, what'd she come up here and say to you? She came up here to
No,
talk to you.
she said she liked the way I was, doing my job with her. So
It's the first time he's ever heard that.
Well, I didn't hear nothing of that, so I'll take his word for it. Sammy,
you were right here.
yeah, but the door was closed. I saw her through the window. Sammy Gator got his second win of the year. Did he say he was having motor problems in Victory
Yes,
Lane?
the car started missing.
They're gonna have to change the
Old
motor
Dusty
again.
hung in there though. I mean, the old Jack Dodson motor.
They're gonna have to change the motor again. You think?
Well, they definitely got to take it out.
They figured out.
See what I have to deal with.
You think if they nicknamed it something else, it might?
Hey, I wonder if they called it Scott or something. They probably would quit messing up.
They figured out
They called it Scott. He'd have to have his phone in there.
What?
they figured out what it was. I can't
Valve spring? I kind of figured a valve or valve spring or something.
In the modified.
Sammy, what was wrong with the motor? Sammy, will tell us.
Ask Robbie. Crew chief, what happened?
What about Michael Waters finishing in the top 5 in the U-car?
Michael did have a good run.
Congratulations, buddy. Good run.
Brad Adams got his second win in the U-car class, or in the modified class. I'll get it right. Didn't see Chris Roberts this weekend.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunate. But Robbie Babb was here. It's good to see him.
It was great to see you on Robbie here. I was asking him, was he sick? Did he feel good?
Yeah.
He showed up here. I ain't seen him here in 5 or 6
Did he have a
years.
buttercup on his car?
Did he have a what?
And then Connor Hall came in and did what he did 7 days ago.
Swept the
Dominated.
That dominated it.
Although if that race was about 2 more laps, I don't know if he'd have finished that second race. That baby was pushing some water pretty good.
It was, yeah.
So
Not like the U-car Jack was spotting for. She was pushing a bunch
she
of
was
water.
pushing water too.
Yeah,
Yeah. You weren't spotting for Connor, were you?
Adam?
No, he won.
That's right.
Adam. Buddy, you and I are tight. Stop this.
I do like the Greer he sent us. I don't know if he posted it online and said when Connor Hall goes to Tech, and they had like 8 people looking in.
Yeah,
Tech
it was.
shit.
No, it was. What's his name from Riverbed Media? Posted that. Yeah.
Robbie says it was a plug wire.
Yeah.
That messed up.
Okay, he had said that when I talked to him during the race.
All right, let's get our first guest over here. Which one of y'all wants to go first? Does it matter?
Nope.
Come on. Well, now you need
Beauty before beast.
Well, gotta be careful when you say that about me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
It's not his
Yes.
car. It's still pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Riley's car.
all right.
Oh, and he says, rumor has it Jack pulled the plug wire on.
They left
So
Jack
he
on the
didn't have to go to Victory Lane. It didn't stop him.
Nope, didn't stop him.
Since that Connor gave us all the
And look,
wind
went to victory lane with him, right? And Sammy grabbed me and pulled me right up beside of him, moved his wife right out of the way, put me right up beside of him.
You're used to that.
And he was like, you need to go on with that. Well, leave me alone.
I mean, he got right in there and smiled.
Leave me alone. Anyway. All right, we got Miss Tina Comfort here with us tonight, starting in the modified races this year. Tell us a little bit how you got started in racing to come to to go straight to a modified.
Well, what happened was we didn't win a dirt car in a raffle in the World of Outlaws World Series. So then you get on Facebook Marketplace because rain delay, and our neighbor, who's a good friend of ours, bought a car. We come out here and tested with him and practice, and I was like, I want to do that. So again, then it rained on our practice day. So another rain delay at the track on Facebook Marketplace. There was this car for sale, and it already had pink numbers on it, and it called my name.
It was meant to be.
It's meant to be. So that's how, I've always driven fast. I've always done boy sports per se.
So you've never raced in anything before?
Nope.
You just come out here in the modified.
And I did not know what I was getting into.
You didn't know what you didn't know.
I didn't know what I didn't know.
Well, you're here.
But I'm here now. I'm having fun. I've completed every race I've been in. I've not wrecked, and I've not wrecked anybody else. So I'm going to call those wins.
Yeah. Well,
So-
you got to learn to walk before you can
Right.
run. So that's
And,
that's
you
good.
know, I really didn't give my buddy Nick a whole lot of credit because I'm like, why are you driving so slow? He's like, it's a whole lot being in there, and it's, you know, I was razzing him a little bit until I got in my car and went out there and I was like, oh yeah, that's a lot. So I'm gonna say, Nick, the number 19 limited late model. I love you, man, and I did not give you enough credit. So, but I'm just having fun. I mean, my son did dirt track racing in Pittsburgh. So, and every Sunday was NASCAR with my pap and was my best friend. So, I mean, I guess just
So it's in your blood anyway.
anyway, and like I had a fast street car. If you want to consider racing my Camaro on 64 racing, but that's what I did. My husband built it. It was a 500 horsepower car, and I drove it every day.
And Ricky Roberts says, at least she knows where the pedals are.
I do know where the pedals are.
Where's the ban button?
I do know where the pedals are.
There's a person in this room, and I'm not going to call his name. I'm not going to mention anything about it.
Then why
But
are you talking
he finally got, he was in a Pro 6 car, and he finally got on the front row, and he forgot which pedal was which. And everybody went by him, so he ended up finished 5th in a 4-car race. I'm not going to call his name, but Scott Allen's is with it.
I will say there have been times where Brad Adams is going by me and Chris Roberts is going by me, and I'm like, oh crap, where do I need to be? Where do my feet need to be? Where do my hands need to be? Because they're flying past you, and all I'm seeing is their colors. But I've gotten comfortable every time I've sat in the seat, and when they say seat time makes it, seat time makes it. Whether you're on the track by yourself, you're out there practicing with other people. So I think the more seat time and the more practice I put in that car, I'm gonna not be lapped.
So what was it like the first time you come out here to practice and you ran some laps? What was the feeling? What was going through your mind?
Crap. Say that word. And then I got like, I don't know what, about 10 laps in, we pulled in, and I was like, okay, like I had to woo-saw and breathe, and then a couple other cars were out there running, and I got out there again, and every time I went out there, it was good until the 76th lap of practice, and I hit the dirt. And I got that out of my system. I think that nerve kind of thing that, okay, I know the car spun. I got because Chief told me, when in doubt, lock it down, shut it down, and just hold on for the ride.
You listened to Chief?
I did. And it saved it because I went in the dirt. I did not go into the wall. So, and it was my fastest lap when that happened. So,
That's usually when I
but I mean, I was making adjustments. They were telling me, you know, try to take the angle in the 1, coming out of 2 a little different, hit the gas a little. Well, I took it way too different, hit the gas way too much, and those tracks in the dirt over there, those are fun.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is different. It's completely different than 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is easy.
Yes, and I did not realize that until I got in the car. And when you come out of 1 and you're staring at 2, you're like, why is the wall right in front of me? Like, that was kind of getting used to that was.
Well, it's 2 turns, right?
Yes.
It doesn't look like it. And you would not know unless you made a lap around here.
Yeah, unless you were in the
And
car looking at it.
That's where the good drivers here really make. That's the corner they really work on there.
Yeah, and now I'm having trouble in 3 and 4. And I think it's some of the car, like we're still trying to figure out the car. And, you know, I can't thank the guys in my class and some of the other guys driving other classes of cars, coming over, giving my husband, my crew chief guy, all the pointers. They've come out to my car and set it up. Chris Roberts got in my car and drove it to give us, you know, hey, it's doing this, change this. The camaraderie at the track has been amazing. And that has been some of the best fun. It's just being with the other drivers.
Well, I'm gonna bust the camaraderie up then because
He's good at that.
Because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to pass Willis Scott. I want you to pass Willis Scott.
I'm working on it. I mean, I am trying to. We have some adjustments to 3 weeks when we're off. we've gotten some tips to get a little bit more power out of the car. So me and the car are still learning each other.
Yeah, Robbie Babb said you did good, showed a lot of respect, and will come back.
Yeah.
It'll come back to you,
Yeah.
and that is true.
I mean, and every one of them, I'm like, okay.
It's good to see you
I'm
back in the track,
Tina.
buddy.
I'm rookie. What do I need to do and not do? Because the last thing I want to do is wreck a veteran and trash their equipment or wreck mine and be out. So whatever they tell me to do and not do, I'm listening. I'm not going out there and just putting
She'll listen to them. She will
I'll
listen to you.
But I mean, and the advice, and every time somebody gives me advice, I try to go out of there on the track and put it in the car every time. So that, like I said, me and the car, we got to learn each other.
So what's it like for you to watch her race? I mean,
the first 2 or 3 times we were out here, I was like, "This is a mistake. We messed up." Especially that first practice when she put it in the ditch, she put it in there hard, and she caught air. Like we had to weld a motor mount back together because it busted the motor mount off the side of the engine, dented the oil pan. I was like, we're done. I can't sit here and watch her do that. But she went over there, checked her. She was good. We put the car back together. We came out the next weekend. She learned from that. She's very attentive to how the car acts, and it's a pleasure to watch her. I love it. I love it for her because I can't fit in the car. So to watch her have fun with this and to be a part of it,
Well, I mean, she's probably the better driver.
probably. We'll tell her right now. But the first race we showed up with a limited and a modified, and we had never even come and watched a race here before. Pull in with everybody else and everything that's going on. I'm just like, this is a mistake. We're so far out of our league here. It's not even funny. But everybody here has helped us. The track officials, the tech guys, Chief and Terry. Without Terry, we probably would have quit. So she's helped us out major.
Yeah, and that's one thing I would say the sport is pretty good until you start getting competitive, and then they stop sharing
And I
as
want
much
to be
information.
competitive, but this year is about learning. Learning and watching and taking it in. Next year,
Hey, look, you didn't do as bad as Jack. Jack got lapped twice in one lap one time.
twice in one lap.
That's
Robbie Parker did that. Just ask Robbie Parker. Robbie Parker.
First of all, Robbie Parker put a stop to that. He told you that didn't happen.
He said he don't remember if that really happened.
It didn't happen.
well, we need to find the records of Southampton Motor Speedway.
I'll make
somewhere.
one up. AI will make us
No,
Yeah, never mind. I ain't gonna get into it. But that did not happen. So don't listen to that. That didn't happen.
I didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
That's exactly right. Didn't happen. So who all helped you with your car getting?
I call them the Motley Crew because they're a whole lot of fun, and they're our friendly. They're our friends that have become family since we don't live close to our families. But it's we got John Porter, and he's one of my sponsors from JS Porter Construction Renovations. Nick DeWeese, who drives the number 19 car, he helps when I'm running, and he's not back and forth. He owns Goat Locker Printing, so he's one of my sponsors too. My husband, crew chief, Matt Comfort. I couldn't do any of this without him. I mean, none of it. And then several of our neighbors that are friendly. Brad Barrow, he's a sponsor. Barrow Construction. I have Stephanie and John Harlow do all our media shots and stuff from Harlow Photography. We wouldn't look good unless they made us look good. Sometimes racing is about looking pretty.
Well,
for
sure. That's what Natalie Decker says.
And, it just all of the support from my friends in the neighborhood. I mean, they come out to watch the race. The first race we're out here, that whole crew.
they were loud.
in the corner.
That's our crew.
They were loud.
That's like the wives of the guys who were in the pit. So
Okay, that's cool.
Nick Foley, he comes all the way up from way down deep in the Outer Banks. He drives up and comes up and pits for us. And
So
I
where do you
promised
guys
them
from?
feed and food and tickets. So
That's right.
She's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm from Northern Virginia, Manassas. We met when I was working in Pittsburgh. Moved down to Virginia Beach, followed my daughter down here, and then we found our home in Boyard.
Okay.
And like I said, our neighborhood, they're our family. We do everything together. And Brad's daughter, Michaela, she runs a tough truck out at Dennis Anderson. So he crews for her. You know, she'll wear my helmet with the so she can hear. They talk to her through the races. So it's a whole family thing. It's a whole family affair.
Yeah, Brad and them are good people.
They're, I mean, I couldn't ask for better friends. To give up Saturdays to come and do this for us, and I mean, they do it for food. I make homemade food every week, and buy the ticket to pit.
Now we know where to go in the infield.
Yeah,
We got it on the outside.
and I got a shout out to my spotter, Chris McCombs. I mean, if he wasn't in my ear, I wouldn't be where I'm at on the track at all. I mean, he's spot on with telling me where I need to be, when I can get it, when I can be in my line, when I need to stay out of the way. He is awesome. And our daughter, she doesn't do a lot of the other things, but she comes and she wears the cute shirt and supports and gives the hugs and all
She
the
comes
things.
here and looks good.
She looks cute. She is beautiful. So I love her for me, and she makes our pit crew look good.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. It's a family thing. Yeah.
Yes. She
More-
wants to get in the car and drive it, and I'm like, how about no get any speeding
Well-
speeding tickets in my truck, and then we'll talk.
But you know it's going to happen sooner or later.
Do you want a piece of that video where she said how good you were? So you can have
Yeah,
that.
if you could.
Cut that out and edit it for you. So you can just play it. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're not going to hear it again.
Well, team, we appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you for coming out. I know you got a little trip up here from Moyot, go through all the tunnels and stuff.
Yeah.
So-
Thanks, you guys, for coming. And don't be a stranger when you see us walking around.
No, I won't, and come get food.
You don't have to tell us. You see us, you don't have to tell us twice.
And you can come meet the Motley crew. You guys will get a kick out of them. I mean, they're even the ladies in the booth down there. They even know
Well, we appreciate you being here. Thank you both for coming up here tonight. That's a lot of fun. And we'll get you.
to support the
We'll
track.
get you back on here. And the first time you pass Willis Scott,
I'll come back.
I promise you, you'll be here.
Okay.
I promise you, I'll get you back.
Then we just got to start some trash talking between.
Oh, I can do that.
I was pit next to him on Saturday, so I got to finally meet him. He was the last one in the class that I got to meet. So
Just so when you see him next time, say Jack said, if I pass you, that means you're old and washed up.
You can do that. You can do that.
I mean, you don't have to tell me the truth. I don't want to all the time, but I can with the best of them.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, and
Thank you
we'll
so
talk to
much.
you again soon. And hopefully we'll get you back on here.
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
for
guys.
sure. Thank you, everybody.
See you, Sam.
Eddie says, Jack, don't argue with an idiot. He'll drag you down to his level and beat you with experience.
That's Eddie Clark.
Mason said Jack is like a stray cat. Feed him once and he'll never leave.
All right, see if we can you get Sammy on here? Well, then before we get to Lee, real quick.
Let's see. Let's do one of her.
This is Brian White, and you're watching Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News with Scott Allen and Adam Wellbrock.
What a professional.
Sam, you there?
I am.
All right, man. Well,
Well, cool. Now, Sammy's been around for a long time.
That's
is he old?
I'm not-
I can't believe you said that.
Well, I mean, I didn't say old. I just said you've been around for a long
He said
time.
experienced well.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Sammy, I was going to make a crude comment and say, when I was a teenager, you were down there as a race director, but I'm not going to say that.
Well, that was close. I think.
But how long have you been? We discussed this when I was down at Dixieland, but how long have you been at Dixieland?
Well, let's see. The track was opened its first year in 1983, and I started working there 1984, the very next year. So I've been there ever since 1984.
You're right, Jack. He's old.
84. 84. Are you not seeing a picture of me for some reason?
No, we don't see a
We
picture of you.
see a picture.
Well, I
Turn
wonder
the
why.
camera on.
What do I need to do?
turn your camera on?
Well, I thought it is on. Lights on.
No.
Yeah. My little light's on my computer.
Yeah,
Anyway. I don't know.
I'm not
Let me
sure
see.
on that.
Let me see. Is that?
Oh.
Let me see.
Something changed.
Something changed.
See, now you're showing how old you really are, Sam.
You doggone right. I don't understand what's happening.
If he's been around since the 80s, that just means he's good at his job.
That's right.
Yeah, I
he's
believe
still
it was.
announcing
I believe it was 1984. So you do the math. I can't do math anymore.
He does it all down there, man. I tell you what.
You know, for a racetrack like Dixieland,
Uh-huh.
it's amazing that the change in times or whatever you want to say. I mean, you've been through it all. You and Red been right there the whole time. I mean, that's gotta be cool to be able to say, well, basically you can say this is my track. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I can. Well, I'm not gonna say I can say it's my track, but I sure have enjoyed being there throughout the years and watching all the different racers and all the different changes that have taken place at the racetrack and all the different people that have come in and raced all this time. I've held pretty much every position except one, and that is tech. I never wanted to do it. Don't have any interest in it.
Avoid it like the plague.
Edison said sometimes it's better to be heard and not seen.
Exactly. I'm just not one of those tech guys who care what has to be in the car. I just want to see them go around and try to make sure that the program goes off as much without a hitch as it can. And we've got a great staff of people that do that. Not just, it's not all about me. And all through the years, we've had great people to work there to be able to put on a show at Dixieland.
I sat down the other day. Me and my wife and one of my friends were sitting down talking about
I
Dixieland.
didn't go to that.
And you wasn't there.
You ain't got no other friends.
And we were sitting there when we were talking about all the people that had come through Dixieland. I mean, Victor Story. I know you know that name.
Oh, I do.
and it was. I mean, I loved it when I came down there and raced. The people down there were awesome to us when we come and race there. So I thought that was really cool.
Let me throw you a couple good ones, Jack.
Okay.
Ted Midget.
Oh yeah. I remember him.
Kelly Upton. Al Morgan. I don't remember Al or not from Chesapeake.
I remember the name, but I don't think I ever saw him.
Johnny Connors.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was from down to the beach. He owns Connors Grocery down there, and he used to come up and race. Jimmy Wallace.
Yes, I remember that name.
How about James Trinkalo Bray?
Oh yeah. So you remember all those folks? It was something else to go down there. The first time I ever went to Dixieland, I said, "Man, this is a wild place to come to." But it was some good racing there. I know that.
It's a good fast little track to go around and to race at. And I think the two turns are different, so you can't just set your car up and think you're going to go in one turn the same way. You're going to go in 3 and 4 the same as you do 1 and 2. Doesn't work like that. It's almost like the paperclip of Darlington, if you will. It's a mini paperclip, the way the track is and the way the banking is on it. So you have to work at it as a driver. That's for sure.
And what kind of changes have been made there at Dixieland now? I remember somehow, and I may be dreaming this, I don't know for sure, but wasn't there a water hole on the back of 3 and 4 at one time?
The water hole was in 1 and 2.
Oh, 1 and 2.
Yes, it's still there.
Okay, I remember. I thought there was one. Well, whatever it was, I remember Troy. I think his name was Troy Hutchison. I think he went down through it. We thought we lost him, and then all of a sudden we looked up and here he come back out on the track.
Well, that's the big ditch.
Yeah.
There's a big ditch. Look, we had a guy go off turn 4 one time and actually embedded into the outside ditch, into the wall of it.
Wow.
So Sammy, how did you get started over there at the racetrack? What brung you over there?
You mean years ago?
Yeah, can you remember back that far?
Well, you got to remember that that all of the folks that were putting the track together, Red Swain, his dad Douglas, one of my best friends, Billy Pritchard, who passed away, but he worked in the pit area. But we all, M.I. Farrell, the whole family, it was almost like a family affair, and I was like a subside of that family, and we all got in there and got to working together, and it just morphed into being able to do some racing. I was able to do a little bit of racing, but then I switched over to to that side of the house. So and I'd much rather do that. So start out in turn one, as a matter of fact, letting people out on the cart on the track.
The other night when I came down there and you came up to me and introduced yourself to me, you didn't have to do that because I knew who you were before you even got to me. I mean, I've known Sammy and Mickey for a long time.
Well, I knew you too, but it was just things were going on, and it just didn't click until after you said that. And yeah, I remember you.
Oh well, don't tell anything. Don't tell anything.
Tell him how great he thinks he really was.
I won't tell too many stories on you.
Yeah, please don't, because these guys here will turn it around and make it so much different than what it really was.
Yeah, really fast, right? So
yeah.
He was saying he used to tell me he was the prima donna of dirt track racing.
Sammy, don't say that.
I'm sorry, I didn't say it, Jack. I'm sorry.
Don't say that, too.
Duly noted, Sammy.
I'm going to hear that again real soon. So.
Well, I'm sure you're going to get on my case when you come back down again.
Oh, and I'm coming back soon, too, so I got to come down there. But I love that place down there. It's a lot of fun. I love dirt racing. And Scott's never been to a dirt race.
I have yet to been to a dirt track.
Scott, you need to go.
I do.
It's completely different because the term rubbing is racing is definitely that fact in dirt track racing. I mean, a lot of the guys still think they're not supposed to touch at all, but you can't go around a dirt track without touching, that's for sure. And Adam can attest to that, I know.
It's a lot of fun.
That's one of our favorite things about Daytona. We go down there and we go to Volusia.
Oh, yeah. So what kind of things you got going on for the rest of the year down at Dixieland? Just regular racing, or you got anything big coming up?
Well, we've got the standard racing that's going on with the 5 classes, but we've also added something else over the last few weeks, and it's called the Crown Vics.
Oh yeah,
and we're just getting started with those boys, and I'll tell you, they're looking good. We're slowly increasing the count. But I was just talking to some guys down there last weekend, and they were telling me that, hey, it looks like that we should pick up another 5 cars, which in the next week or so. We're off this week because of Memorial Day, but the following week they're expecting about 5 more cars, so that'll give us a field of 10 if everything works out so far, and then hopefully we can. It's really gaining momentum in that. And then we've got some feelers out to the stock V8 class to see if we can bring them in just as just to see how they do. Put a feeler out there, see if we can get some interesting cars. In doing that, here in the future, we've got a big super street race coming up on the 26th of June, and depending on the car counts, will dictate how much the purse is going to be. So as the car count goes up, the purse is going to get a little bit higher for that class.
I want to come down there for that. I think that'll be an interesting race. I want to be there for that one.
Yeah. Well, mark your calendar. I'll tell you, Mike and Rachel West, who are now the new promoters, are really, really, really doing a super job trying to keep the track going and keep it promoted. Once again, Adam was there last weekend and had a chance to our fan base is coming back up a little bit, which is what we all need. I know the economy's tight, but the fan base is definitely starting to pick up a little bit. And I think they're starting to appreciate some good racing that's going on down there.
I think so, too.
They've done a lot, yeah.
Well, Sammy, I appreciate you coming on with us tonight and being here with us. And I'm going to let you know when I'm coming back down there so I can come down and hang out with you a little bit.
Yeah, but be sure to look at the weather, because I know one of those other things about you is it seems like that every time you come down to Dixieland Speedway, it wants to rain. And
It did rain when we were there a couple weeks ago, didn't it?
that did happen also the last time you were there. We
Yeah.
actually
You know what happened?
I know, Sammy. I know.
4 days ago, it didn't rain there because Jack wasn't there.
I was up in that booth, and Wesley Outland looked at me and he said, "Yep, you're here, and now here's the rain." I mean,
it was.
I hang around with him, Sammy. It's like a black cloud follows me all the time.
0% chance, according to the weatherman. And at 8 o'clock, it poured. We had to scrape the track.
And that's exactly when they start racing, 8 o'clock.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, Sammy. I'm gonna get you back on here again. We're gonna talk a little history when I get you back.
That will sound great. I'd love to do that.
All right, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
And maybe I can get my camera working. I'll get some technician to show me how to make it work or something. I don't know what's going on with it.
Get your grandkid.
Yeah, that's what I do. All right, man. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
Thank you. Talk to you later. See y'all later. Have a good weekend. Good Memorial Day.
All right, let's get Lee over here.
And he says, let's go. Now he wants to be nice to you, Jack. Now Eddie says, pick him up and let's go.
I done had 3 or 4 people say, "Come on, let me know when you're going down there because we want to go with you when you go down."
Sign me up. Let's go.
They won't get in for free too.
I don't know about all that.
Eddie says he'll pack some food, so he's gonna be a free ticket. He's gonna be the first one I call. So anyway, all right, we got Lee Redditt with us right now. Lee, thank you for coming out and being with us tonight. I mean, I'm sorry you had to wait a little while, but
That's okay.
He's got a fancy shirt.
I mean, just tell you what,
Can't be good, look good.
Yeah, you got it.
So, how did you get started in the racing business?
Well, I have a whole bunch of comments before we start talking about how I got started. The reason that Adam invited me to come was because of all the comments you made earlier. You need a chaplain to help you get through some of the issues that you're dealing with.
How much do I owe you?
Adam, I appreciate you. You did a great job last weekend, and I appreciate you inviting me.
Yeah, man, anytime.
And Jack, I will continue to pray for you.
Donation is coming. Donation is coming.
Yeah.
You know, this is probably the last time you're gonna be here.
I hear that a lot. And then all the comments about old people. Look, man, I'm 68 years old.
Still
And
younger
I'm
than
soon to be 70. And y'all all the whole time talking about old people, old people, old people. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting right here.
Wait a minute, now, Lee. Wait a minute. They talked about old people. They talked about old people.
He can't be
I can't be doing it because I'm just a couple years behind you. So
Okay, so how they get started?
yeah, how you get started?
So I haven't had a speeding ticket in 35 years. Got one when I got my first Corvette, a C6. Had it about 6 months. I got a speeding ticket. Did not. I decided, I'm not speeding. So I've had Corvettes for a while, but I didn't go fast. When the C8 was coming out, I decided I was going to get that car and I was going to race it. It was made as a race car, and so in 2020 I had a C7, and it was 1 year old. I said and that was 2019. I said when 2020 when the C8s come out, I'm gonna get me a C8 and I'm gonna go race. Well, COVID happened. Everybody's paying over market. I didn't get the C8, so ended up getting something else. Still wasn't driving fast. Still wasn't speeding. But when I got that 2024 C8, I bought it in October of 2023. In December, I went to my first race. It's 2 months. And January, I went to BIR. I was running about 2.5 minute laps. I had Brian Bowers, who was a C8 fellow driver, as my coach, mentor. And the next, I went 3 or 4 events. Then I went to Dominion, started getting better, improving. Now I'm running 155, 160 miles an hour, running 2 minute laps at VIR 215, and I was really starting to get it, and I was hooked. I was like, man, I need to do this more and more and more. And you're going to VIR. I'm going for the weekend. I'm spending 3 days. I'm like, this is even though you get to drive
cheap hobby, right? Cheap hobby.
Yeah, cheap hobby. So, but I started thinking about it. I'm going, and I got video of my car. I saw some guys wreck. Not bad, but bad enough for me to realize if I wrecked that Corvette at 160 miles an hour, I wouldn't be coming back home. So I started talking to my wife. I said, I need to do something different. Talked to Bubba Johnson at church. And Bubba said, what you need to do is get with a team that has a race car. Go out there, rent you a car, and see if you like it. Don't just go buy a car, start spending money. He said, go out there and so I got through the grapevine. I got with Bill Eager, and Bill agreed. We talked with the team. That was Kimber.
Kimber Teeter.
Kimber Teeter and Carson Rowe, and those guys. And so we came out here to the track. First lap around, man, I've been driving the Corvette 150 miles an hour. I'm telling you, I can drive this old U car. I'm gonna put the metal to first turn in turn one. I spun the car around. I was like,
it don't stick as good as that Corvette.
I was like, this is a little bit different. So but that was the only time I ever spun that car. I had a bunch of crashes, but anyway, so I started driving with Bill Eager. I joined their team last year. Drove the whole season. Until I was in 5th place until the last race, and somebody got by me in the last race, had a couple little mishaps, and I came in 6th in the points. But at that point, I was like, I want to do it more. So I started looking around. The U car was great, but the Legend car, I could drive on a road course, I could go to Dixieland to the dirt track, and I could come drive on oval, so I could do it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, little did I know, the Chaplin position was going to come up here at Langley. So my dream of going and doing all these different things kind of scaled back. I'm just running the circuit here because the weeks that I'm not here racing, I'm here as a chaplain.
Right.
And so anyway, but the Legend car is a handful to say the least. I came out here as a car owner and knew absolutely nothing. Bill and them were really not, they give me some pointers, but they were no longer my team. And so came out here and just made a mess of it. I'm telling you, first race
those things are handful.
I was a nightmare. I didn't crash, but I was having a terrible time. So I talked with Bill Eager again and Carson and a couple other guys, and they said, hey, get with Cody Carlton. So I talked with Cody. Cody agreed. He helped me set my car up. Come out here, did a couple more practices. I'm under 19 seconds. Not consistent, but I'm getting better. So the last couple races I've improved. I have great aspirations of being in under 18.5 next race, and we'll see what happens. As far as that, let's just have to wait and see. But we got the car set, and the next thing is to get under 18.5 and then see where we go from
Wow,
there.
that's going to be a lot of fun to get to that point. And
well, I run 18.7, and last time, so 18.5 is not far off.
Yeah.
Those
things that's a lot to learn, especially if you haven't done a lot of racing before. When the Legends cars, I think you can learn a lot of car control with those things because they can be squirrely.
Yeah.
And you got to learn. You got to loosen them up to get them to go fast.
Right.
But you can take that car and go anywhere with it. There's some changes got to be made, but you can go run it anywhere and do some stuff. Although it's probably one of the more expensive classes to run compared to some of the other stuff. But it is fun. And it's a pretty competitive field.
It is a very competitive field.
Mm-hmm.
Very competitive.
If you can get close to Cody and Jackson,
Yeah.
And they're running, high 17s, low 18s, pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So a half a second, y'all know in racing, that's a lot.
Well, when you're way back here, half second ain't hard, but when you get down here getting close, that 1/10 or 2/10 is a lot. Right. And then you got a little fast lane.
Points leader. Points leader.
Yeah. Points leader is doing really well and that kind of stuff. So yeah, for sure.
So now tell us a little bit about your duties as the chaplain here. Tell us what are.
Okay. So last year, come here and race. Tom Potter, bless his soul, been my friend, was my pastor for 15 years, married my wife and I. He baptized me. I've known Tom Potter for 40 plus years. And of course, y'all know he was here for 20 years, right?
Great guy.
And when I came here last year, I knew he wasn't here. But there really wasn't anybody consistent. We had somebody come here and there, so I talked with Terry and Chuck and said, hey, I would be glad to come out here and do that. And they agreed, and I go to Liberty Live Church, and they agreed that Liberty would be a good partner. And so, that's basically where it started. Talk to Liberty, talk with Chuck, talk to Track, and put that together. So that's where it started. But so this is our first year for Liberty Live Church, even though we've sponsored races in the past and we've been around and we're in Hampton, we have multiple locations. We have a lot of people getting involved. So as an older person in ministry and an older race driver, hey, listen, I don't know that you can't do something until I can.
That's right.
Age doesn't really
It's just
mean
a number.
anything to me. I got great reflexes. I'm trying to stay in halfway decent shape. So I'm going to keep going until I can.
There you go.
And my wife loves it, by the way. I heard you say, how's your wife? My wife came to race. I crashed. Michael Waters wrecked me the first race, pushed me into turn 2 there, and destroyed the car. The 5 laps in the first race. Anyway, but my wife never, because I told her, hey, look, this car is safe. It's got a roll cage. And I didn't get hurt. We crashed. I'm not saying you can't get hurt, but, it is much safer than the Corvette with no roll cage.
For sure.
So anyway, so back to the Chaplin. This is our first year here, we're going to have the kids club while school is out. I think it's going to last for about 10 weeks, starting next month in June, I guess in a couple of weeks. And as an older person in ministry, part of my duties or calling is to help other people get involved. And so instead of me coming out here and being, well, I'm going to pray for the invocation, I'm going to be in the driver's meeting, anytime I'm racing, I have someone else who comes and stands in for me. So y'all see a lot of other people that are coming. Well, that's a plan. I mean, it's not like I didn't show up. I'm over there racing, I'm getting ready to qualify or whatever I'm doing. And, giving them an opportunity and getting other people involved in the race.
That's right.
So they come and bring their families and stuff. And so the same thing with the kids club. When we start the kids club, we'll have 10 or 15 volunteers who will come, have the kids club, bring their kids, their families, and then you know what happens. You come and see it, it's exciting. You're like, oh, I want to come back.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do to get the kids involved and to be a part of that. So that's helps out a lot with that.
Yeah. So the plan is, Liberty is part sponsor of my car. So I will probably at some point bring the car when I'm not racing. We have off weeks. I'll bring the car, let the kids sit in it, get some pictures, and do some promotional stuff.
That's a good way to promote it. All right, we'll come back to you in just a minute. Let's go ahead and get Jim Cramsey on here real quick and talk with him. Let's see.
Hello, everybody. This is Bill Mullis with Langley Speedway, and you're watching Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News.
Hey, Jim, how you doing, man?
Very good. How about yourself?
We're doing great, man. Doing really good here. So tell us what all you're into. I mean, you and I didn't really talk about it much, but tell us what all you're into.
So the website that I've created, I work for Port City Race Cars in Mooresville, North Carolina. We build asphalt late model cars, and I have customers all throughout the country. Talk to them on a daily basis, and it's the same situation all over. Car counts. People can't do it on their own. Either the money or the technology has gone so far in this sport that it keeps people at home. So I created a website to link people together. For example, a guy can work all winter long, blow his engine opening night, and be done for the season. If you sold your car last year and you still have your drivetrain around, what this website is to link us together. So you put your engine in my car, we split the purse. If you have a business, do it as a sponsorship where you can get a tax deduction, things like that. No matter what somebody needs to get back to the track, that's what this site is for. Shop help, track help, a truck and trailer, drivetrain pieces, somebody with a set of shocks. A set of high dollar shocks and bump sticks and bump stops can be $7,500. Some people can't afford that. It'll make them not race. If you have shocks and a load machine at home, we link together. I lease the shocks from you, or however the people work the agreements out between themselves is up to them. But the site is to give people a platform to try to find an avenue to race. It's broken down by dirt or asphalt, territories. I originally was going to do it by state. The person that built the website talked me out of that because I'm close to the North Carolina line. I can deal with somebody in Virginia way closer to me than somebody all the way over at the coast of North Carolina. So we broke it down in little territories, which did make sense when he explained it that way. And then it's broke down by categories, everything from quarter midgets and go-karts all the way on up to full-size cars, because I want a modified guy to talk to a modified guy from the Southeast. I don't need a late model guy to talk to a sprint car guy from California. That doesn't help anybody. It's very territory and type of car based. So yeah, that's the premise behind it.
So how many, I mean, have you had a good response to this as far as everybody getting involved? Or?
This is brand new. It only is functionable this month. It's that new of a site. The response from people has been fantastic. I just getting the word out there is what I'm trying to do. And that's why I contacted somebody like yourself. There's nothing else out there like this that I know of.
No.
So until people catch on, that's what I have to do is get the word out about it.
So what's the name of the site?
It's raceteambuilder.com.
Raceteambuilder.com. Okay.
Yeah. So when you go on it at first, I said it'll have asphalt and a dirt category, and then you click through there to your territory, and then to your car type. Then I have two different types of ads, like a 30-day ad I have for $29, and for startup I have discount codes for $20 off, and then I have a 3-month ad that I have discounted for $79. And if you do that, fortunately with what I do, I'm linked with a lot of good vendors. So I'll give you gift certificates to Port City Race Cars, AFCO Racing Products, Longacre Racing Products, Fire Suppression Engineering. So I will give more in gift certificates than what the $79 ad would be. So any car that's sitting needs a ball joint or brake pads or Heim joints or anything like that. So I think that's just another way to try to help and equal it out.
Well, that's pretty cool that you're doing that for the racers, and I'm gonna put it out on my Facebook page or on my racing page, and we'll do what we can to get some help out there. I mean, it sounds like something that's very worthwhile to help. And we got a guy here at Langley Speedway that just totally demolished his car. And he said he's about to give up. But I mean, I think this would be something he could talk with somebody and maybe they could work some stuff out.
Well, in your involvement with the track, think of how many cars that are sitting within a 2-hour radius of you for whatever the reason may be.
Right.
In any division, even down to the quarter midget classes, there's people whose kids outgrow the quarter midgets and they just sit there in the garage and collect dust. If they could link together with somebody and rent them or whatever it may be, that gets the whole next generation going again instead of just sitting. Now, I'm in Mooresville, and I'll guarantee you within 2 hours of me, there's 200 cars sitting between asphalt, dirt, drag racing, no matter what type of class it may be. We're just in the hub of it. So there's so many cars around. It's a shame. And no matter if it's asphalt or dirt, yes, there's tracks that do. Bowman Gray does well, and certain dirt tracks, especially touring series stuff. But weekly tracks, there were some reports I saw last week. There was 5 divisions. I won't name any tracks. There was single digits in all 5 divisions.
Yeah, I know some of what you're talking about there. So
we can't have that, and it's bad for T-shirt salesmen and the hot dog salesmen and the car decal places and the car builders. And my real goal is to get this out to as many tracks as possible. There's not a track in the country that wouldn't want more cars, whether they feel it's on the healthy side or not. There's more out there, and it's going to take more than the individual anymore. The guy that bought a late model and tows it to the track himself and does all the work himself, that's almost getting unheard of anymore. It's going to need more than that, for sure.
So do you have, I mean, everything is self-contained into the website itself? I mean, you don't have any brochures or anything about it or anything like that?
I can send you any information that you like on it, but the website itself, if you go in, it's very easy to click around. There's an about tab, a little bit about me and a little bit about the site itself. I've been in motorsports for 30 years, from short track stuff to I worked for Hendrick Motorsports as parts manager for a long time. So I've seen all aspects of the sport, and where it's at now is not what we want to see. That's for sure.
When did you leave Hendrick? I mean, you looked awful familiar to me.
It's been 10 years now, actually, right at 10 years. When I went to Port City, we were actually a Port City dealer a friend of mine had in Mooresville. And then we acquired Port City from Michigan in 2018 and moved it from Michigan to Mooresville. And I was there a few years before that. So I think it's right at 10 years.
Okay.
But I was there for all the Jimmy's championships and all the good years.
Well, yeah. I've probably seen you back then. That's probably where you recollect, because my son worked at Hendrick and everything. So I kind of remember people that I see, but I don't know their names. I just know them by face.
Yeah, there was 550 people there about when I left.
Yeah, a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Well, Jim, we appreciate you, and I'm gonna be in touch with you about getting some information from you, so maybe I can go around and show it around here to some people that may need it, and if that's cool with you, and we'll get that done.
Okay. Thank you very much for the time.
All right, and I'll be in touch with you real soon.
Yeah, I appreciate it greatly. Thanks
All
again.
Right, thanks, buddy.
Take care.
All right, now there's a little fellow there sitting waiting on us.
Mr. Vaughn Crittenden.
Ready? Hey, this is Riley Music, and you're watching Jack Dodson Insider News with Scott Allen.
You don't know what he's talking about. All right, Mr.
Vaughn, you couldn't even do something with that, could you?
With what?
With Riley Music.
That was during media day. He was trying.
I would have turned the camera the right way.
Well, Vaughn, go ahead.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, Vaughn, you made a comment the other day about like how lucky we are with all the videographers that we have here, and that is like so true. I don't know of any other racetrack that has as many that we have here. We are so lucky, and I would say you're probably the OG of that. I think you were the first one that kind of started that, and other people have kind of got involved in doing the same thing, and we are so lucky. And it's got to be good for you to try to get stuff for the racetrack, and those guys can help contribute to the racetrack, I guess, lack of a better term.
No, it is. I mean, it's kind of, one of the things I really wanted to create, even, back during my full-time days at the track, was a place where not just, the racers could, do what they love to do. There's plenty of other roles at the track. It's the same way. And obviously, as me coming from the NASCAR video side of things, I wanted that to be the same. So whenever I had people that would approach me trying to just get a pass just to get on the property to, whether it was photo or video, just do it out of the love of doing it. I absolutely, wanted to see that happen. So I, made sure those guys came in, did what they do best. And obviously, it's almost created a little bit of its own little ecosystem now at the track. So you got guys that are actually, making a little bit of, side money, side hustle situation. And, the cool part is that I see them making money and they keep reinvesting in themselves. They're going and they're getting a new camera. They're getting new equipment. They're just continuing to elevate their game the further they go along. And it's been great to see, especially this year, just how much it has grown.
Yeah. How many guys do we have doing it? I mean, I can't keep up with them anymore. I'm like, who is the one doing this one? I mean, I see their name, but I don't know who it is.
It's funny because I can't keep track of it sometimes. When I'm seeing the stuff come through online, I see it through, their social channels, and I forget whose names are attached to which platforms. So I know we got about 3 or 4 hardcore guys out there that are they're every weekend. You know, you got Brandon, you've got Cam's out there, you've got a bunch of them that are really working hard at it week after week, and obviously when they do that work, they're working for drivers and they're creating content, but overall they're promoting the track to a very wide audience, and it definitely helps make my job a lot easier.
And there's one thing I'm a little concerned about, though, Vaughn. You've never asked us to do anything, you know?
He said he's seen that video of Riley.
I've seen your work, Jack.
That ain't nice, Vaughn. Don't do that.
So you guys, you guys have the journalism side, Tackle. I'm not going to intrude on that, and we'll just keep a nice little divided line right there.
Okay. In other words, he's telling us we ain't good enough.
Well, we already know that.
Well, Vaughn, we got the Cars Tour coming here next week. So tell us a little bit what all you got going on. I know you're going to be heavily involved in everything going on here with that. So tell us what you can tell us about what's going on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. Hopefully, looking to get an entry list here soon. Especially the last couple of events, they've had some pretty big names float in there for their last few races at Caraway and Ace. So hopefully, we can get a few more of those. I believe trucks are not running that day, so that's not a hint at anything. That's just me being hopeful that maybe a few of those guys that normally float in the truck series, maybe like a Caden Honeycutt, I'm sure Connor Jones will be here, obviously, but somebody like that could jump in and to the race, and that'd be a big name, But obviously, there's other names that you'd love to see come be a part of it. But even still, there are plenty of their series regulars are big up and coming stars in the sport. It's also a great precursor to the Hampton Heat to kind of see who's doing well. You've got the mix of the local guys that are going to come in. Aiden Millette announced today that he's going to be running Cars Tour. So it's always an interesting event. And there's one thing out there. We are doing the morning of Cars Tour right now that we haven't announced yet. It will be something, it's a partnership with another very well-known entertainment area in Hampton Roads. And hopefully we can get that announcement out soon. Kind of waiting on their go-ahead for it. But that'll be the morning of Cars Tour, and that will also involve a lot of drivers just throughout all divisions of Langley. So we got some cool stuff we're working on.
Okay, curious. Now there was a night here not too long ago when somebody was down on the track and made an announcement. So I'm gonna ask you if you know anything about that. He was on the track with the microphone, and he said this certain driver
wasn't supposed to say.
He wasn't supposed to say it. He said he's going to be here.
That was for July, Jack.
I see Vaughn shaking his head like I don't know.
I don't have a clue what you're talking about, Jack. I don't know. I only talk in facts here. I don't talk in what if scenarios and what could be's and hopeful things. So I have no idea. I've got nothing to announce.
Connor Hall did say he was coming. Yes.
Well, I knew that, but okay, never mind.
Maybe we can get a word this weekend. We'll ask.
Oh yeah, we'll get a hold of it.
You go and talk to him. Get in the same.
So let's talk about the days leading up to the Cars Tour race. You got anything special for the drivers and everything leading up to it, as far as when they get here, things they're going to be doing, or tied into anything, or is it just practice and that's it?
I mean, a big part of it is just, it's just the build up to the event. And, a lot of these guys will start floating into the track next week. Once we get the drift stuff cleaned up, just trying to dial in their cars, get as much track time as they can. We'll try to take advantage of them on the property to keep promoting and keep pushing for the event on the 30th. And then we'll have that last minute thing we're going to do the morning of the 30th, which will be very cool once we get to announce it. And a lot of it is just kind of building up the excitement for the race itself. So I'm finishing a lot of advertising tonight for it. That'll be going live here very soon. We've already kind of been pushing a little bit. Cars Tour has also been pushing as well on their side. So, we just got to get through the holiday weekend here and then, tune everyone's eyes to Langley.
Yeah.
Do you have a schedule yet of what Friday, Saturday schedule is like?
It's on the website, Jack. Excuse me, Scott.
That was Scott. I know it was on the website.
Yeah. No, it's on the website. If you go to the menu, there's a cars tour section. If you click on the next event, there's about 5-6 different places that'll point you to that schedule. Green Flag's gonna be at 7. Cars tour will be first, followed by Legends and Super Streets. So make sure you definitely get there at 7 o'clock. So we have you don't miss a lap of it.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I can't wait till next week to get here because I'm gonna be hanging out with Crest Van Dyke some that week. So I mean, it's gonna be cool to be around. And I know I talked to Kip Childress not too long ago, and he's excited about coming to Langley. He says this is one of his favorite places to come to, and that's because of guys like you and Chuck and Bill and everybody that put this on here at Langley does such a great job for them.
Yeah, we really try to be, the best people to work with. You don't want to make it a chore to come to Langley for anybody. So we really try to, have that welcome mat out for everyone that comes to the track. And, we try to keep that mentality, not just on the touring series side, but for anyone that comes here, whether it's a weekly show, touring, large night, whatever it may be, we try to have that attitude towards everybody.
Yeah, and we've heard that from other people too. That people have come on a regular Saturday night that's not from here and comes for a race, and they're like, "Man, everybody was super nice." From the people at the gate or Langley Speedway, inviting us in, pointing us in the right direction. So I mean, that is not just a big event. It's every week, just like you said.
And they even say nice things about Ball too. So
They didn't used to do that.
Vivonna, you've got to do some cool stuff with NASCAR, doing some video stuff behind the scenes. Do you have a favorite moment that you've done that was pretty cool that you'll never forget?
Yeah, this one's always actually a very easy question to answer. Back in 2019, when I was at Richmond Raceway full time, Daytona brought me on to their team for the 2019 Daytona 500. So I was filming the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the last 4 days of Speed Weeks, I was there filming, and leading up to, so fast forward to Sunday, I've been filming for them all weekend. I'm producing content and a whole bunch of different things. They've just finished driver intros. We're getting ready to do the command. So you've got the whole wall of people. The place is sold out. You've got, what was with 100,000+ people there, all waiting for that moment. And a video that I had edited in my hotel room the night before for like 3 hours till like 2 a.m. Was the video that they played right before the command on all the large screens all across the property. So it was I had everyone's undivided attention, and I'm just standing there in the grass watching it. And where I was that little platform they would have right in front of the start finish line for that command moment. It's like maybe like 2 photographers, a producer, and then the guy who's saying it. So I was literally just there at the track, surrounded by everybody, and everybody's watching my video. And that will forever be the coolest moment of my life.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Now, when they like, do they give you an assignment, say, "Hey, we want you to do these things," or do they just say, "Hey, do what you do"?
No, it's definitely there's goals to it. So a lot of what I would do when I shot Speed Weeks is there's a shot list that is almost minute by minute when you're on the property. So it was, when you go into it, it's gonna be 4 very long days that will absolutely kill you. You're there early in the morning, grabbing footage of just about every major event happening on the property. From cup practice to a cornhole tournament, you're gonna film it all. And then what we were doing during that Speed Week specifically is we had a recap video at the end of every day. So I'd shoot the whole day, go back in the media center, or if I just was craving to go to my hotel room and just kind of, be a little more relaxed environment, I would then go and produce that video, and they would push it out the next morning as the recap. And, we did that every day. And then you have the other video that was just kind of a quick, 30, 40 seconds hype video that, played before that command. So that was kind of that Speed Week's assignments. And when I've done stuff like last year, more recently with Richmond and Martinsville, it's more mini produced videos all throughout the day. So as soon as the green flag flies, I get 2 shots of the race starting. Then I immediately rush back to my computer and produce something that's like 5-6 seconds long, and immediately send that off to the social media person to post it. Same thing with like a finish and a burnout and victory lane celebration. You got about 15 minutes to crank that out. You've got, maybe there was something going in the middle of the day. We just want to get random shots out. So it's a constant back and forth, and it's down to the minute. How much time you've got to edit and move stuff, and it's a organized chaos for about 2 or 3 days.
I'm disappointed. He said that was his most memorable moment. I thought it was meeting me, but that's okay. That's down.
Well, it's lost its luster, Jack. I've met you so many times now. I can just just do it whenever.
Okay, when next time I see you up here in the media booth, I'm gonna hang on to you for a little while and talk to you.
Sounds good.
Now, Vaughn, do you have like any advice that you would give some of these guys that want to get into this? Any tips that you would share?
You don't decide you're going to be racing the Cup Series, playing the NFL or the NBA, and immediately think you're going to jump right into that level of it.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to really build up. You got to start at the absolute bottom, and you're seeing a lot of guys that have that figured out. Just bring out the camera to the racetrack, start filming, start gaining that experience. That's the biggest thing of all. Just to learn. I mean, that's the toughest part of this is learning what works and what doesn't. It takes a lot to build up that experience. So, I can show you my stuff from the beginning. It looks awful. I'm sure every other guy there at the track that films will say the same thing. They when they first published it, they thought it was great and they pushed it everywhere. Now we're trying to constantly bury that stuff, so nobody will see it. So I mean that's really it. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. Don't be afraid to ask to get that media pass. We maybe will tell you no the first time. We may give you that chance. So make sure you're on your best behavior when you do. Don't think you're a hot shot in the beginning, and think that you deserve something, because you do have to earn that.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's a great advice. And asking is hard to do sometimes. I mean, me and Jack, we feel sometimes we feel so out of place, and we probably should, right? When we go to some of these cup races and we were all these people and they're all in there working, and me and Jack are kind of shooting the shit a little bit because we're networking, and like, how the hell did they know this was going on, or how did they know that was going on? Like, we missed it, It's like, and it's hard sometimes to ask, hey, how do we figure out what's going on, or how do we, get on that site to get approved and those type of things. But it's a necessary evil.
It's funny you talk about kind of like you never know with the networking thing and like who's around you. I'll tell you a quick story. So you're talking about like eavesdropping and hearing something. I almost thought I totally screwed up the Dale Jr. announcement before it happened. So what a lot of people don't know is I was on my honeymoon when that announcement was being made, and I still had, I wasn't going to work on my honeymoon, but this is actually a different story, Scott. I'm not telling the one
you posted something, right? It was a little early.
Yeah, I did, but no. So this one was, I didn't want to work on my honeymoon, but I had a lot of flying time. I was flying to Europe, so I was editing graphics on the plane, and I was editing the Dale Jr. graphic. So I'm editing it, and then I go to the bathroom, and I'm walking back to my seat, and like 2 rows behind me to my like left, so like the dude could clearly see my screen. He was wearing a NASCAR shirt. And I thought to myself, I really hope that isn't what does me in.
Well, Vaughn, we appreciate you being with us tonight, and we'll talk to you again real soon. I know we'll see you a lot.
Yeah, after we get through this next event, then we got to start working on the next one.
Yeah, and I've already been working on it all week. On the NASCAR side, we actually had our first meeting today for the Triple Crown planning, so it's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you again soon. We'll see you in next week sometime.
All right, sounds good. See you guys.
All right, later on.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, we are extremely lucky with all the
Dude, he is here hand painting stuff like all week. Like the lines on the track, the logo on the wall, victory lane.
What is it? He's trying to get.
I mean, this place looks.
Chiefs' job.
Yeah, he's taking the Chiefs' job a couple weeks into here. But this place looks immaculate. There are some cars tour tracks that just don't live up to the level that this place does.
Well, I mean, look at all the stuff that was just been done just to make sure this place looks good,
Yeah.
it's pretty, and you know, we've got 2 big events. I mean, we don't want to jump to the heat yet, but you know, we got Cars Tour in a couple weeks, and then it'll be on to the heat.
Wonder who he was talking about might show up here. Wonder who that was. I mean,
Well, I mean,
somebody had a microphone down on the track and made the announcement.
for the tour, that was for the July.
It's for July. July's race.
Okay, whatever.
But it could be a couple of people. Yeah, that used to be a regular in that series that are now a regular in the truck series. And one part-time truck series guy that we already know he's going to be here.
Yeah, I know.
But the trucks do race that weekend, to be fair. Yeah, they do. They're being Indy that weekend.
Oh, they're in Nashville that weekend.
No, Nashville? They're in Nashville that weekend. They race that Friday. Well, either way, they're out of state.
So more than likely they probably would.
Well, they make things like airplanes. I see they get on them
They just won't be
airplanes.
able to qualify.
Was qualifying on Friday?
Or wait, never mind.
They won't be able to.
He won't be able to practice. So,
But they started that practice session
somebody will practice.
They have
spot
some
four.
on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll ask.
Well, no,
We will definitely ask this weekend.
Well, Lee, tell us who all helped you with your car before we let you go and get out of here.
So of course Cody and his team, Bill Hancock and Steve Hancock and Bill Weekly are just. I think Steve is the crew chief, and so he is the guy. But Cody really helps me with everything. Like if I tell him something, it's doing something, he helps me make an adjustment. But like I said, this is all, I've only had a couple of races with Legend Car. I've run a few practice sessions. So it's still pretty fresh. I'm not, the car has the capability. I've heard you saying like you're looking for more power. Well, I'm telling you, I'm not looking for any more power. The car is very capable. It's the driver.
That's because she ain't got no balls.
It's the driver.
While you in the car have to learn. That's what everybody keeps
But
saying.
yeah, so but Cody and his team is really, I'm on their team for the rest of this season.
Well, that's cool.
That's the team to be right now.
Yeah.
He's I mean, when you dethrone
11
Jackson for a bit,
11 and a 48.
Weekly's he's been fast. He's a good little kid. They're a good family there.
Yeah, they are.
They're running good on dirt
He
too.
still got hope, man. He's older than you. He's still racing.
Yeah.
Oh,
You quit racing because you were too old?
No.
He was too slow.
Oh. Yeah, I can't help it with that.
2 times in a
We done gone over that one time.
It didn't happen. I didn't see it, so it didn't happen. I got you.
That's my grandson. No. This is one of his last trips down here. So y'all talk.
No more visits to the store.
Tell me about it. But yeah, I mean, no, that wasn't why I quit. My daughter went to college, and I said, "That's it." And they turned Southampton into asphalt. It was dirt asphalt, and I couldn't compete. I was competing on dirt. I couldn't compete over there on that. So
He said the Langley guys came up there and just whooped everybody.
Probably Parker come over there and lap you twice in one lap.
Did not happen. Did not happen. Did not happen.
That's
I'm
terrible.
running in the back. You know, I told you earlier. You know, of course, I have the Talladega Ricky Bobby throwback on the car, and so on the back of it says, if you're not first, you're last. And a kid came up to me last week when I finished last, and he said I took it too literal. I finished last, but you know, I'm out there having a good time. You know,
That's all it's about.
Trying to do my best. Left plenty of room for improvement. I will continue to improve. You know, whether I'll be a front runner or not, that's probably highly unlikely. But I can tell you, I'm gonna go out there and give it all I got. And if we can get the car in right, I'm not scared. That's you know, I'm not scared to push it.
Now, wait a minute. Now, you got a few laps to go, and Cody's in front of you. You gonna move him?
Absolutely. But if I can catch him,
That's the problem, right?
That's right.
Cody's been pretty fast.
Yeah, if I can catch him, I'll sure.
Let me tell you something.
Cody's been fast since I met him.
When I see Willis Scott this week, and I probably will.
He's all hard on this, man.
I'm gonna see Willis. Willis lives right down the road.
Okay.
So when I see Willis this week, I'm gonna tell him that Tina Comfort said she will move him to get him out of the way.
Look, when you leave, we're gonna start talking trash about you too.
Hey, listen, as long as I am tomorrow, I won't remember.
There we go.
The good thing about running in the back is nobody's got to move us to get off.
Well, now that's not necessarily.
But you know, we're there to
Of course,
move people.
and then in the modified, you're probably safe with that. But them guys in that Legends class now, they'll move you out of the way in a hurry.
Now, I asked them, where you want me to be when you won't lap me, because I know it's gonna happen.
Just hold your line.
They said, hold the line, don't race us in the turn. I'm like,
Good. Well, do it to Willis. Do it to Willis. Go ahead, race him in the turn.
What number is he? 13?
13.
That's the one I told her last lap. I said, "That's it. Nobody." I got on the radio. I said, "Don't let nobody pass you again." And he was the one behind her.
Oh, I did want to make one comment.
Okay.
Michael Waters. Michael Waters and I had an accident in the first race, my very first race. He came to me to apologize, and we raced the rest of the season. Bubba Johnson told me, he said, look, because a lot of people thought that it was a bad move, okay? I was a new rook, my very first race, as a rookie you can get. I didn't know any different. I thought that's just racing. But they told me, oh, you know, you ought to go get that guy. Well, Michael came and apologized to me. He and I were fine. Bubba said, look, put his number on your dash. Just don't let him get in front of you. But he did several times. We raced in the middle of the pack the rest of the season, and we really had a good time.
Well,
and I'm glad he came in fifth last week. Was it fifth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top five.
Place. He was doing really good. His lap times were good. His qualifying was good last week.
Survived all the chaos.
Yeah.
That's a good family.
You know, there are certain people that race out here that don't know how to, you know, they want to start something every opportunity. So you did the right thing. And we got one in the room here with us that has a problem with that sometimes. No, it's not you.
What, starting stuff?
Huh?
Starting stuff?
Yeah, starting stuff. On the racetrack.
Yeah. Might be that too. Start
Anyway,
hey, we're in the entertainment business.
You know?
Hey, you ever heard of the arena racing? You know, they just used to do some arena racing. Well, he was one of those arena racers. And him and this other guy who had a little problem with each other.
It was a little bit more than a little. Multiple.
So he kind of
one big one.
Kind of, you know, they kind of had a wreck, and he made a few comments. Somebody got mad. I'm not calling any names. Somebody got mad and turned around on the track and went the opposite way and hit him head on. Now I ain't saying his name, okay? But Scott Allen's his initial. And he told him, "You're not going to win the championship." And he did. And he didn't.
So Chuck Hall asked me, he said, well, when you go out there and pray, are you just praying that you win, or what? I said,
You know what I'm doing?
I said, no, but if they wreck me, I might pray that they don't.
Well, Lee, we appreciate you being here with us tonight. With Tina, we appreciate you being here. Both y'all being with us tonight. And So hopefully we'll see you all again real soon. If you pass Willis Scott, you are on the show that day. And I'm gonna see if I can get him on here that same week.
And I'm never coming back.
You kind of pushed the button there. No, you're coming back. You coming back.
That's
Anyway, well, that's our show for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and share our show, and we'll be back again next week. I know Justin Kern is supposed to be coming. That's the week after. That's the week after. Okay.
Commanders Cup. Yep.
Yeah, for the Commanders Cup stuff. So anyway,
Next week we'll have Cars Tour preview. Talk about
yeah, we're gonna try to get. I'm gonna try to get a couple Cars Tour guys on here next week.
Cool.
We'll probably have Cress up here. Probably. Anyway, all right. Well, we'll talk to you again next week, next Tuesday night. Thank you for tuning in.